Guys, we have important news. We gotta get to the studio. Get out of my way. We gotta go. You guys got me? You got the cameras rolling? Okay, great. Oh my gosh, thank you guys. I'm so glad you're here. Valentine's. We need to change that. Ow. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's video. We are back with some more Bloxburg news. I am your news reporter, PeetahBread. So Bloxburg officially posted a video, pretty much like a roadmap of the updates that are going to come out this year and stuff. I have not watched the video yet because I wanted to react with you guys. That's what we're gonna do today. They pretty much posted a video, like an update on like a new map that's coming, the school and all of that. Pretty much all of the important things, I believe. I haven't seen it yet, so we'll see what it's all about. Okay, so yeah, they posted this about 4 hours ago from me, but they said, hey Bloxburgers, we just posted a video on our YouTube channel talking about the current roadmap and what our team is working on. People are wondering what is going on behind the scenes and stuff because it's been a while since we've gotten like a pretty big update. So yeah, let's go ahead and watch this.
Hey Bloxburgers.
Wait, I'm not ready yet. Here is the video. I actually put the video link in the description if you guys would like to check it out for yourselves without my commentary over it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and press play.
Hey Bloxburgers, in this video, we will be sharing some updates and details about the exciting things that our team is working on behind the scenes. If you have not seen our Q&A video from last year, we've already shared some of our development plans for this year and would like to check in and give you some more information on the status of those plans. We're going to talk about the current status of the new world map, the new Bloxburg High School, our user interface improvements, audio improvements, and a few other items the team has been working on. Our goal is still to increase transparency with the community, and we will give you some insight as to what we are currently working on, but we should also point out that not everything that's going to be mentioned here is a promise.
There you go. That's important notice. I'm actually really glad they didn't add like a background music, so that way we could just react to it and then I could add my own like background music and stuff. Very much appreciate that, Bram. Wow. I think he edited this.
Think of the dates in this video more as our intentions instead of a guide. Anyways, let's dive further into what our team is working on now and some of what you can expect
those nails
later this year, starting with the map.
The map. Here we go.
The new map is one of our core focuses for the team right now.
This is the existing map and it's like sad, Tom, like because they know themselves. They don't like this map and they're currently cooking up a new map. But anyways,
I mentioned previously that we had to restart a map because we didn't really feel quite right about how it was turning out. But with this new
big respect. Sorry, I'm pausing.
Version, we are feeling way more confident and are excited to announce that we are planning to release it this summer.
New map this summer, guys! It's coming out in summer.
Our artists are working on finalizing the larger elements like terrain, roads, buildings, and then other visual elements. And when they're done with that, they will work on placing some of the final touches like signs, props, and who knows, maybe some Easter eggs. Then our programming team will take over the process and work to complete some additional setups in order to make sure that a new map is going to be functioning as intended. And then the entire team will be spending time testing the map over and over again to make sure that it's ready for the release.
Good. We love good testing. Sorry, I keep pausing. This is a reaction after all. But anyways.
For details about the map, I can't show you yet, but I can talk about it. We are not adding onto or tweaking what we have. If you're an OG player, you remember that the highway was added and it was called new map. That's what we're aiming for. We are creating a brand new map, but we are keeping a nod to the old map. We've heard your concerns about that the new map may not feel like Bloxburg, but we're doing our best to not only keep, but to expand the personality of the game, while also bringing a fresh feel. We think it's an important step of being innovative and improving how the game feels for all of our players, both old and new. Moving on to the city center and the downtown portion of the map, this is an extremely important part for role-playing, exploration, and more. And that's why, when working on the new town center, we want to make sure that there's new locations mixed with the old ones. And yes, the city hall will remain there as Tom still needs a home. Our goal is to have a cozier downtown area that brings in more for players to do and to see, but we're also adding more character and charm to the game. So when it comes to new elements, we are exploring what could be of value to each player, giving the buildings and locations purpose, and making sure you will want to come back and visit them often. And
Okay, why did she have so many chips at the movie theater?
Some
That's
locations
crazy.
may not be coming as the map releases this summer, as the map will be our foundation where we can work.
Hold on a second. Sorry, I went out my other ear.
And visit them often. And some locations may not be coming as the map releases this summer, as the map will be our foundation where we can work on and add to, as we intend to keep bringing new life to the game over time. And did we say the map is bigger? Well, it is. And that means we're working hard to enhance the experience of getting around town, focusing on different modes of transportations for those with vehicles of your own, but we're also looking at options such as public transportation.
Public transportation! Oh my gosh, we're gonna get public transportation. So that means we're gonna get like a bus, you know, maybe a taxi. I have no idea, but public transportation is very much needed, especially like if you do have, you know, a giant map. People are not gonna have cars, like especially new players. Right off the bat, they will not have vehicles. So I'm glad that there's going to be public transportation added.
The goal is to create a far more immersive experience when exploring. And we've also created a better road network with more variety in road styles.
That's good.
Highways, bike lanes, off-road paths.
Bike lanes, off-road paths. Oh, this is going to be great.
So, now, you did hear us mention bigger, right? Ooh. And a lot of you probably have questions around plots. Because when we did our Q&A, many of you wanted to see different plot locations. And with this new map, we're exploring the option of having plots in different types of locations around the map, which will continue to inspire different types of build and role plays, many different viewpoints and backgrounds and points of interest. And that brings us to the next question from the Q&A is, are there going to be more than 12 plots?
That's a hard-hitting question right there. Will there be more than 12? For a role-playing like town life simulation game, is pretty small, so if they could bump it up to like 18 or 20, that wouldn't be the worst. So, you know, the more the better.
This is something we're aiming to increase as well. However, it needs to be tested over and over to ensure that we're delivering a smooth experience for everyone.
Okay, that's true. Optimization, because I feel like the more plots that are being loaded, the harder it will be for players on like mobile and stuff. Like, people are already lagging on certain games, so I think they're trying their best to make sure it doesn't lag like crazy for players in Bloxburg.
When a new map releases, we are planning on keeping the 12 plots initially, but if everything works out properly in terms of performance mainly, our goal is to increase the number of plots and players in a way that ensures stability.
Okay, there you go. See, once again, I did not watch this video yet, but pretty much, I mean, that was kind of obvious from, I guess, a development standpoint. Like, the game, obviously, they want a game where all players can play as smooth. They don't want, like, a laggy game, so they're trying to balance it out. Big map, but also smooth experience. So that's
while it's not
nice.
a guarantee, we really hope that we can make this happen.
Hope.
Speaking of performance,
have hope, guys.
I know this is a shared concern, and we are continuing to look at ways to make the game's performance more stable for as many users as possible, especially as we change to larger elements like a new map. It is something we are constantly thinking about and want to improve, and will continue to take whatever steps we can to improve your experience. Overall, our team is thrilled about how the new map is turning out and what it means for the future of the game. We can't wait to see your reaction to it.
Let's talk about something exciting behind the scenes. Bloxburg's getting a facelift.
Sorry! Oh my gosh! Facelift.
The team has been working on the map. Others, including a few outside collaborators, have been busy overhauling the entire UI, aka user interface. If you're thinking, wait, UI? It's just a fancy way of saying all the buttons, icons, and menus you see playing the game. The UI is extremely important, as it tells you what you want, where to go, and what is happening, without the need for any guesswork. Our main goal is to make Bloxburg more intuitive and easier to use, whether you're brand new or a long-time player. We want the screen to feel less cluttered, more consistent across devices, and focus on what really matters in the moment-to-moment gameplay. Whether you're hopping into build mode, working away at your favorite in-game job, responding to a pop-up, or just exploring. We also want to make our settings more accessible for different player needs and improve how the game plays on specific devices, such as consoles or when using a game controller.
Oh, I know that's a big problem, I believe, for people. Like, some people on console couldn't even press the play button or something. I think that was a problem back then, or I don't know if it's still a problem now. But I could imagine playing on console is like a nightmare. I don't know. I just know when I play with a controller, it was quite a challenge.
The change we're leaning into is using more icons instead of text. Not only does it look cleaner and is easier to understand, but it also helps a lot with localization. When translating the game into other languages, text on the buttons would sometimes become too long, shrinking the letters and making it hard to read. Icons help keep things clear. no matter what language you play in. And hey, builders, we see you. We know the struggle of digging through endless build mode categories just to find
Literally, literally, I'm trying to find a blanket. I gotta go to decorations, and like I don't know whether it's between like surface decor or like clutter or something. I think it's a clutter. I don't remember, but like yeah,
one item.
that's a pain. That's why I lose patience when I'm building, because I can't find my things easily. So hopefully this is
Here
improved.
we work in the categories, adding more ways to browse, sort, and search, and making the whole thing way more user-friendly.
That's good.
And one more exciting change. Part of our UI is going to be stylized like a cell phone. That means a lot of the game options like the backpack, your skills, family tree, and much more will now be inside a cool-looking virtual phone
A cell phone? We're getting cell phones.
with updated,
Cell
easy-to-use
phones.
menus. It ties into the living your best life in Bloxburg, and it helps organize everything in a way that feels more consistent and easier to navigate.
Ooh.
While it's going to look
Uh-oh.
and feel like a phone,
Okay, not the Nokia.
when we initially release this new UI, our focus is going to be updating the existing menus and
Who did this?
content the game needs, so everything runs smoothly. This means we may not have some of the other common cell phone elements, such as texting or calling other players right away. But rest assured, we intend to add additional features like this in the future. When should you expect this? Our goal is to have most of the UI overhaul completed by the end of the year, though we
End of
expect
the year.
parts of
Okay.
it will arrive earlier. For
Okay,
example,
nice.
we may have visuals first, but then continue improving menus, features, or other specific elements through the year. These are just a few
Alright.
of the changes coming to our UI, but through it all, we've made sure not to lose the elements that make Bloxburg feel like home. It is still the same game, just smoother and hopefully more fun to navigate. Let's talk all things
Nice.
audio. You
Okay, so end of the year, the UI, but there will be some things that come out earlier and it'll be improved over time. That's kind of what we have for the menus and stuff. Once again, if you aren't familiar, if you think about it, Bloxburg doesn't really have like an identity in a way. Like it's just really simple, and you know what, simple does work. I don't have too many like complaints about the current one, but yeah, it will be refreshing to see like a whole new menu for everything that we click on. Like the menus are super important. It's just how we get around the game sometimes, you know, like when you want to go to work, when you want to check out your moods, UI is, yeah, that's great. So be updated.
have heard
Audio.
that last year we started releasing some changes to improve the sounds in the game. Those birds chirping around the map or the unique sounds inside the different buildings. We think sound is an important piece of the puzzle that historically we haven't really focused on as much as we would have liked to. We have been continuing our quest to improve the in-game sound experience across the board. That means more sounds for different items, fresh,
Yes!
way
Okay.
quieter, vehicle sounds that actually match the type of car you're driving,
Yes!
and even some funny audio touches in menus and buttons to go along with all the new UI updates we mentioned earlier.
Wow. Okay, that's PTSD right there. That's a PTSD pizza moped delivery sounds. Does that mean we're getting a new one?
But wait, there's more.
Oh!
Not only we're improving the sound effects, but we're also going to be adding a brand new soundtrack too. The days of hearing the same background music over and over while building are finally coming to an end, as we have new tunes to give you a bit more variety, whether you're building, working, or exploring. We're excited that JJ Ibsen, yep, the same one behind Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo, has been hard at work over the last year to give our beloved Bloxburg a soundtrack that captures the vibes we want our town to have. You'll start hearing many of these audio changes this summer, with more tweaks and
This
additions
summer.
to come after that. We'll keep
Wow.
you posted in future ups. Now on to another big topic.
Is it a
Your
school? Ah, it's a school!
As I mentioned in
Okay.
our Q&A, this is a massive project, and we have even brought in an external team to help make it a reality. We know this is one of the most highly anticipated features in game. Seriously, we have seen this request pop up so many times over the years, so we really want to make sure we do it justice. The school is
Bloxburg
set on a
High
brand new
School.
location, already planned for on the updated map, and include interactive classes with unique
Interactive classes. Okay, that's gonna
activities,
be fun.
among other potential elements, like being able to customize your own lockers, and some new and modified jobs. Looking at you, Glenn.
Ugh.
Like, what you see in
As I
game
said.
often takes months of work behind the scenes, and this school is
Crazy.
no exception. So, the big question is,
Wait, he's gonna be the school janitor? We're looking at you, Glenn. You need a new job. There you go, work at the school. Okay.
where are we at with the school right now? Right now, our art team is busy crafting tons of props for the school, while our programming team is hard at work giving them function. A lot of these assets need to be ready well in advance, so we can stay on track with our production timeline, especially now that we are teaming up with another studio to help bring this huge feature to life. This
They're working with another studio for the school. That shows you how big this is actually gonna be, you know? Like, obviously, we've been asking for school for years. Like years and years on end. And yeah, you know, if we're waiting this long and they're they're hiring, like they're calling in a whole separate like studio. And it's gonna be huge, guys.
To help bring this huge feature to life. This could
Wow.
built in
I'm actually glad they are working with more teams and stuff. Like we need all the help we can get, right?
already taking shape in a fall plan that allow us to think about exciting new possibilities for the school in the future.
Oh, so what is this? Is this Bram? Is this Bram's cursed building? Because I feel like he did this.
On top of that, our partner teams focus on the gameplay side of things, working on class activities and building out the core systems that will make the school feature work. The school is a great example of just how much time and planning go into the bigger features we create, and why development often starts months and sometimes even years before you see anything in game. Of course, since development is still in progress, things might still change, but we're feeling really excited and optimistic about the direction we are heading. Now, we know what you're probably wondering. This all sounds awesome, but when is the school actually coming out? Right now.
Okay, here we go, guys. When is the school actually coming out? Because we keep hearing about it, but we don't see anything yet.
Now, our goal is to release it by the end of fall, but we're doing our
The end of fall. Okay. End of fall.
best to launch it sooner, as long as we can do that without compromising the quality or the touches that make it feel truly special. We'll be sure to share more details and status updates with you as we get closer to the school's grand door opening.
As we mentioned, we're always working on multiple updates at once. As most of you know, game development has a lot of trial and error and is constantly changing and evolving through countless iterations, so some things may change by the time we are done. And also, sometimes things don't go exactly as planned. For example, the first map we made last year, where we had to start over, as we want to make sure that the entire team is happy with the quality of the updates that we release. What we're trying to say is that our team is not focused on a single update, but multiple updates. So while it may not always seem like there's much going on, we can assure you that there's a lot happening behind the scenes.
Okay.
See you next time. Hey da!
Hey dog. Alright guys, that is the video, just kind of like an update on Bloxburg's current status and what they've been up to. So what I've gathered from this video, the new map will be coming out this summer. UI changes will be fully coming out by the end of the year, but some will show up earlier and they will make changes on it over time, I guess. The school will not be coming out until the end of fall? Okay, at least they gave us a little time frame there. Since we've been waiting this long, I'd rather wait a little bit longer for them to make it like actually work well and for it to be like one of the best things, like one of the best updates, I guess, in Bloxburg. So, but I'm actually really excited about the new map, which is this summer. And for honestly, it's April already, guys. The summer is getting closer and closer. I think within a few more months from now, right? It could be. I don't think it's gonna be in May. May is not summer. I think around June or July is most likely the new map. So we'll get there, guys. We just have to survive a little longer. We have to wait a little longer. And once again, they aren't just working on one thing. They are working on multiple updates at one time. So, you know, several of the team members will be working on one thing, and then another part of the team will other things. But yeah, so the map will come out on its own for a bit, and then the school will come out eventually. I wonder if they're gonna have like a plot or something, like a place within the new map that tells us like coming soon. Maybe, most likely, I believe they'll have something like that, right? I feel like the best way to go about that, the new map, is to have kind of like a construction site, you know, like an empty construction with all of the supplies and stuff that says school coming soon. I think that will be their best approach for it. Obviously, all of us would want the school and the map to come out at the same time. That's probably one of the biggest expectations. But as they mentioned before, they want to make sure it works well. Not only does it look the best, but it works well, because they're introducing like a whole school system, like interactive classes, customizable lockers. That sounds really fun, and I can't wait to see what that's gonna look like and what kind of options we get. Honestly, I don't mind waiting for the school. Like, I'm happy that we're getting a new map as soon as possible, like this summer. It's for the greater good, okay? It's for the greater good. We have to make some sacrifices. I'd rather have them take their time on that school, because it's already been requested for so long. So they said that all of the menu things are gonna be within a cell phone. So it's definitely going to be more modernized, and I think that will give Bloxburg kind of more an identity, because if you think about it, these menus are so plain. If I had to be very honest about the menu, and I'm sure the developers themselves agree that while it is simple and plain and whatever works, I think it will be really refreshing to have a new menu system. So I can't wait to see that, because yeah, I can't wait to see a new menu. And they also mentioned that in build mode, they're going to use more pictures rather than like text, because it's just easier for everyone to just understand things from like a photo. Like if you take Sims for example, their build mode, they have a lot of pictures, you know, and then you can click on a certain part within their menu on that picture to get what you want. So that would be interesting. For some people, it is hard to find certain things because there's already so many categories. Like if you go to decorations, I'm actually glad they did this. Like they separated a bunch of different things to make it a little bit easier to find stuff. But even then, I still find myself going to the all category and just typing in whatever I want because I can't be bothered. It's a me problem. It's a skill issue for me. Obviously, it's going to take some time to get used to, but I think at the end of the day, it's a win for everybody because I feel like pictures are easier to understand for sure, and it makes it easier. That way, they don't have to translate as much, right? If you think about it, yeah. They have, since it's just text-based, they have to translate all of these words into other languages and it would be easier for everybody, right? So it's a win-win, I think. And sounds, oh yeah, they're changing the build mode music, which is gonna be great because I'm tired of this build mode music. I don't even have it on right now because I'm sick of hearing it. And also, I believe a new main menu soundtrack. So that's going to be exciting to listen to. I feel like sound design is super important to a video game. The reason why Bloxburg feels dead is because there's not enough sounds. Like when you interact with furniture, certain furniture objects, or like when you're cooking and stuff, there's not enough like sounds. There's a bit of cooking sounds, but when you're closing that oven, you don't hear it close. So I feel like the game definitely needs sound to make it feel more alive. Once again, map coming out in the summer, school end of fall, UI pretty much by the end of the year, but they're going to add, you know, they're going to add some things early on and change it over time. We're gonna have Bloxburg High School. They're busy. They're busy. We just don't see it yet. We don't see it yet, but it's coming soon. So that will wrap up today's video on my reaction to the updates that they have planned out for this year. We have some more time frames. It's not just wondering, you know, they confirmed that these things are coming. We just didn't know when. But how long can we wait? You know, we're suffering, right? We're suffering still. But we got this. We got this, guys. Just a little bit more. We're in like the final stretch of waiting. Enough yapping from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it helpful. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. How do you feel about the school coming after the new map? I'm sure that's going to be a bit for people to take in because I'm sure most people want all of it all at once. But if it's to make the school better, then yeah, boom, I'll wait. I'll wait. No problems. We've already been waiting this long. How much longer could we wait, right? Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye. It's been a while. I've been waiting for a little update like this because it's been 4 months already within the year. So, wow. Okay.